welcome. Come on, Bakshi.
Jai Hind!
Again, please.
Oh, you don't know how to...
Release the burgle bomb. Welcome, everyone. I was two minds whether to do this stream or not, but it's bugging me. Diego's microscopy has been playing on my mind. It was such a nice day in Japan. I'd been out for a walked the kids to school, and I was pushing myself to do stuff outside, and I figured that as I've deconstructed the terrarium for the turtle. Everything is submerged in high concentrated bleach. If you're not a fan of turtles and you've never experienced them before, I can attest to they shit like a fucking racehorse. It's amazing how much they drop out, and the whiff, woof, worse than an expensive Bordeaux wine. Look at you, Rothschild. Let's see who we've got here. Lance Rebo says fences around the White House for the upcoming draft for World War III. That's about to break out in Eastern Europe. Maybe. But Jumpy Prepper says again.
Jai Hind!
I don't know. Is there gonna be? Is it gonna kick off in the Ukraine? I don't know. Maybe. The US is imploding. Maybe there are a lot of people in the US that would want some how do you say, bit of aggro somewhere else on the planet, distract from what's happening within their own borders. What's this picture of Fidel Castro holding young Trude? What? You're playing on my ADD. Is maybe if that's not a Photoshop, you can definitely see Trudeau's face in Fidel Castro. And was he taken out by one of those fast-acting cancers from the Special Virus Cancer Program? They say the past is a different country. Marie Clark says Ukraine is diversion for what is boiling to surface in Canada and USA. Yeah, I think, of course, there are groups and people who would use that. And again, I would just tread very carefully, folks. Understand that you are in the middle of next generation warfare. You've got to wrap your mind around it. You have to understand the weaponry that's being deployed against you. Silent weapons for quiet wars. Marty in the chat. Thank goodness. That means the link's going to fly. Remember, this stream is only possible. So we're going to do science today rather than just reading about science. And we'll take another look at Sputnik while we wait for delivery of a fresh batch of vaccines from around the world. Is all I can say. So, yes, you can go to ResearchGate, where you can find me. I am a legitimate scientist. I write science and do experiments and stuff. ResearchGate is a good place for aggregating your research. Most of it is publicly available. If you have questions, feel free to drop me a line. And the way to do that, of course, McCairn Dojo. This is the hard point from which we push forward against the globalist scumbags that have tried to get our backs against the wall. And this belongs to our server. It's our hardware. It's got all the bells and whistles that I'm thinking about. If anyone, I was keep meaning to Google how to make an alert app for phones. I think we need that instant ding dong that YouTube does. Someone who's good with whatever you write it in Java or whatever, please, can you write me an alert app that people can download and will tell them when I go live? But for the moment, what you should do. Oh, this is our old meme from last episode. But we have all decided that the only real sustainable thing left is our wealth and power. So true. And but we've got stealth Omicron today, courtesy again of You've Been Nudged. You've Been Nudged is streaking ahead in the meme battles. He's unstoppable force at the moment. Dank Memes has dropped off the map. I hope he's okay. Doesn't have the coof. KSA says, check this out. I mean, I see the resemblance, man. I do. Castro looking based with his big cigar there. You can't see it because of the chat, but yeah, like true Chad. True 70s Chad. 60s, right? Let's see what this says. English, he told Margaret. You know my eyes are not very strong, so every day to make them stronger, I force myself to look at the sun. I find it very hard, but you know what I find harder? That is to look into the blue of your eyes. Just watch me, the life of Pierre Trudeau. Castro proposed that on their last night on the island, he spirit his guests away from officials and press for an unforgettable stay on Cayo Largo, a small key where they would share a 2-bedroom bungalow and a small shed. All know about the woodshed. Margaret begged Trudeau to let her accompany him. I don't know. I mean, Canada, like Australia, has turned into a authoritarian toilet. Basically, they've. Well, I don't know. Is it just that perhaps it's always been like that? It was just the illusion of freedoms that come from being part of the Commonwealth. Centipede says, apparently she was a whore. Straight in there with the casual misogyny. I like it, sir. Says, evening all. Evening. His mum looks like some liberal that would bang commie leaders, especially for breeding. I love it. The her was asking for it. Yeah, if you're new here, this is next generation science, like the next generation warfare. It's not your regular science stream. No, it's peppered with all sorts of outrageous. What do you call them? They're not calumnies. They're deliberate. Deliberate casual racism and misogyny is a selling point for the. For our community, you gotta have some tough skin to get in here and go toe to toe. And what am I looking at here? My ADD. I'm tired, so my ADD is kicking in. I see a link and
Russian nuclear submarine of the Bore project, which carries 16 Bulava ballistic missiles on board, unexpectedly appeared off the coast of the United States, having caused serious concerns in Washington. Each of the missiles in service with the submarine is capable of carrying up to 10 nuclear warheads. The incident created an extremely serious danger for the United States, given that the US military have not been able to track the Russian nuclear submarine. The nuclear-powered submarine approached the US coast unnoticed. It was possible to establish the location of the nuclear submarine with up to 160 nuclear warheads on board after the submarine started going back to the base. A submarine of this class is capable of destroying most of the territory of the United States of America in minutes. Russian nuclear submarines will be able to constantly patrol the waters near the US coast in the event that Russia decides to build a naval base in Cuba or Venezuela, as representatives for the Russian Foreign Ministry earlier said.
Look, man. I mean, nuclear subs, they're an old weapon, I guess, but it's deadly as ever. I mean, I guess you could think that the nuclear missiles are not, they're only just big bombs, but do you want to take that risk? The Dojo phone app, complete with streaming service like Jonestown, the cult. Let's see what else we have here. Who else am I missing? Susan, good to see you. Glynis said, had my turtle for 37 years now. Yeah, I don't know how long ours is going to last. He gets a rough treatment, man. What did I... So, I was, you know, what's the... oh, God, I am tired. I shouldn't be streaming. Procrastinating about cleaning, and it was stinking. So I thought I'll just drop a bit of bleach in there, just like a capful to just maybe neutralize the stink, and it sent him berserk. And yeah, it was they're obviously sensitive to to bleach. So he's been strolling around the house for the last few days with a balloon strapped to his back, whilst I'm dismantling everything. And I was just like, I'll buy a new pump and filter to clean it. And the brand that I wanted one that was swappable with the one that I had already. Wasn't available. But to buy all the replacement filters and the charcoal and it's just charcoal in a little bag, and like $90. It was like the price of buying a bloody new unit, but they didn't have any, so they got me on the shit cleaning as a service. So let's see, lots and lots of, wow, 100 messages already. And let's see, Je suis poisson, says Stelise. I guess that was to do with the music. The music for the background behind me, Je suis fromage knows the person. It's a loopy track that I love it. I think it's great. Je suis fromage is a artiste, is for sure. Let's see, what else have I missed here? Those are some serious nerves. Kevin McCairn, serious pucker. Yeah, so I've done all those. Let's get down here. Kevin is intoxicated though. just tired. I've been up since like 11 p.m. yesterday evening. I was engaged with lots of technical stuff all through the night, and that was pretty tiring. And I promised this stream, man, it's important. We sort of got stuck mid-flow, and whilst I'm waiting for the the bleach to do its thing on the tank whilst it's all in the bath. How about a little Zycon substitute? Bastard, yes. Can you bring him on stream, please? Yeah, I suppose I could go down and get him. He doesn't like being picked up though, so okay, the wooden door treatment. Oh God, it's coming out. They always come through. Marie says, I was 14 during the Cuban crisis and remember wondering if I'd wake up in the morning all these years later, still as clear as yesterday. 4 years later, they killed JFK. Yeah, they killed him good. You can't just go around flipping the camera, Kev. It's psychological warfare. Yeah, but I didn't do that. It's it just was like that. It's one of the microscope cameras. And I just took a CCTV lens that I had and put it on there. But you'll see me. So there's no manual. There's no auto for the exposure or anything. So you'll see me as the light conditions change. I'll be adjusting it. But yes, it's those kind of changes that keep you on your toes. Let's see. Now they're bringing unmanned stealth nuclear submarine system Poseidon. Sounds fun. Yeah, they'll just crawl slowly through the ocean as it gets up to your coastline and drench you in tidal waves, earthquakes. Drop them in the tectonic plates. That laugh. Doc gets every time so robust. Well, I enjoy it too. David Smith says, "Is this BS for real?" Which Justin Trudeau or the stream? The stream is real, sir. I can absolutely guarantee it. Let me see. Let's just do something here. My order of what did I order? Oh yeah, that's the tech stuff. Hard drive. I'm having my first experiences with NVMe drives, and I'm not impressed at the moment. So, all right. I had to go into the dojo and look at previous streams just to make sure. That's funny. Pray for the almighty Dr. McCairn. He is marked man, despite the small following. How dare you, small following. But it's what you get for fighting in the trenches. You don't get on Tucker. What's the show? Tucker. Fox News Tucker. Yet somehow that what's his name? He's always sending out emails. Alex Berenson. He gets on there, and well, I guess if you're polite and well spoken, then vanilla population will be. Where you could talk, but we don't want vanilla. We want the hardcore. We want to go to the dark places. That's where the science comes from. Got to get in there, shine a light in the dark. No good hanging back with the rest of the crowd. Well, what are they? Sheep drones? I don't know. Let's see. Cookie says, ill again. Found out my husband's side of the family all has COVID now too. Can't get word on my father-in-law. So what a week. Wow, the COVID's doing a number. You could put baking soda in water through it though. For the turtle? I don't know. Can you do that? I'm open to suggestions with looking after turtles. It was literally that it's a I forget what the name of it. It's got like a red flash on its sort of temple. It's from sort of South America, Mexico, and they're considered invasive species now in Japan. And this little kid caught it, and I guess they didn't want to keep it because it shit so much. And so I felt I'm a sucker for animals that are so what science plans are there, Kev? We're going to look at vaccines again. So if I'll remind everyone, we were looking at these people, and they've put out a video of Graphene, which always reminds me of the way they talk. Scotcho. Can we find that? Yeah.
Nek trosposo tip mi fitres weekend meteorologicos mit Paula.
Hello. Clásicos de paratos meteorology avali portos. Scorchio. Milia cunha interior. Scorchio. Milia cunha exterior. Scorchio. Monto Blanco. Scorchio. Costa. Oh. Nimbocumulus.
Nimbocumulus?
Paula, chi o parla? Niefefes nimbocumulus.
Deh, Nimbocumulus.
Emergency, special report. Nimbocumulus on Costa.
Disastros, emergencia, ruin. Nimbocumulus recordito solo menathaco Repubblica. Tututos prato turisticos. Soy, oi, oi.
ever seen a cloud before? Oh, we did laugh. They're even selling T-shirts of the cloud. We bought one each, myself and Roy. Oh, I said to Roy, I don't know if they'll wash well. What did I say, Roy?
I don't know if they'll wash well.
The next thing, this film crew arrived. So I went up to this foreign man. I said, hello, we're from England in the United Kingdom. I said, could we be in your film? We've seen loads of clouds. What did I say, Roy?
We've seen loads of clouds.
Well, I said, we are experts, myself and Roy. But the foreign man said, could you go away? We're trying to film. What did he say, Roy? Stop showing off, Roy.
Hi, I'm Ed Winchester. Cucubaris meteorologicus. Pigardia. Tragedia. Nimbocumulus.
Is that Trudeau's bum? That's great. Yeah, the fast show classic. Scotcho, but we've got Graphene.
Cada muestra que pusimos, se observaban objetos. No hubo ninguna muestra analizada que no presentara este tipo de
Trágico.
información. Vamos con Sputnik.
Sputnik.
Sputnik es de las que más viales.
It doesn't look like my Sputnik. My Sputnik has come in small little vials, and of course, I don't know how am I going to get that to focus. No, that's brightness. So there is the Sputnika. Sputnika, Graphene, Sputnika. So my assessment of these people are that we haven't seen them take the samples. We haven't seen anything that would indicate that they've had their hands on, let's say, clean products. And everything that I see in their movies, I mean, we've seen stuff that we have replicated. They've definitely seen. We've seen the. We need wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Recent. So let's just remind ourselves of some of the unusual features that we've seen with Pfizer. Now, as there's a learning curve with any of this stuff, you know, especially trying to do cutting edge science on my computer desk. You know, I'm skeptical of. We know that we went through this whole thing of, you know, the slides are dirty. And so I make sure that I'm soaking or cleaning them well with alcohol before putting anything on them. But these objects were certainly in the vaccine. They weren't on the slides. They see aggregations like this, and everything for them is graphene. Graphene, 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 graphene. So we can make a direct comparison today with our Sputnik and see if it looks like anything like theirs. So immediately, like I say, the bottles are different. Now, of course, maybe they do come in multi-shot vials. It's possible. These are, like I say, these come in pairs. It's all in Russian, but it's 0.5 ml. This one is the second shot, and there's a first dose and a second dose, and I think what we've done is this one is a second shot as well. And these are the last 2 vials that I have. So I'm easing them out, or stretching them out whilst we wait for new deliveries. And my overall impression was that the Pfizer was incredibly contaminated with stuff that I don't think you should see in something that's supposed to be pharmaceutical grade. Now my camera is bugging me because I think it's such a job to get it into focus. Is that in focus? Oh, profile there. The image is off Google Images. That's not their photograph. Yeah. Again. So what are you to think? How much can we trust this data? If they can go to 2 hours of setting up some sort of studio, and what they can't go to the effort of showing us the process in which they're doing the experiments. And you have to be as transparent as possible. Otherwise, there's no trust here, right? So look, the simple fact is that a lot of domains of science in that academic field are, unfortunately, for better or worse, there's a element of trust because of the pedigree and the basically the family research tree on which you're a part of, and there's a history of research from decade to decade, and it's possible to track in the literature how the methods have evolved, how stuff is replicated across different labs, etc. And that's generally how science is conducted, especially in sort of review processes. Yes, it's open to abuse, but now you've got every Diego, Carlos, and Paula coming forward and saying that they've been testing these solutions, and now it is grapheno everywhere, and it bothers me. It bothers me because how many views has this got now? Let's see, 20,000. 20,000 people have watched that, and it's in some Dago speak, so it's a limited audience anyway. 20,000 people on fucking Twitch. Loaded wants me to click what? Mike Muffler. Let's see. Step aside aspirin, the wonder drug, the mechanisms of action. Yeah, this paper came out a while ago. We did look at it. Why hasn't any looked at Tamiflu? But like I say, I know people that were taking ivermectin and it didn't help, and I know other people that said it turned it around. So right now, my opinion is throw the kitchen sink at it if you're suspecting that you're coming down with something SARS-like. So let's see, a C60 buckyball graphene particle, 1 nanometer. No one's going to see it. A spike protein is 15 nanometers. Yep. Tamiflu doesn't work against the flu. Mechanisms you're always whining for. Yeah, like I say, we looked at this article before, and so you can postulate any mechanisms, right? But the drug is well understood, but are they really coming into play with SARS-CoV-2? And again, the Some papers seem to say there's no signal. Some say there is, and someone's being dishonest, or maybe the data is just that messy anyway. And like I say, I sort of understood the mechanisms, and actually one that does make sense to me is that it's active at cholinergic receptors, and I think a lot of the more severe reactions are when this autonomic nervous system is coming under assault, because that's a sort of master control for inflammation in the body. So yeah, we did do this paper. Thank you for the link loaded. Let's see. Strings of buckyballs then. Kev, we all know if they want to wipe us, they could have done it by now. Yeah. that's what that what was it, beluga submarine is for. Did they really wanted to? I guess they just want to keep the vineyards and the infrastructure in place for when they take the Bugatti out on a weekend. Let's see. Still hard to see 1 nanometer wide hair. You mean 1 millimeter wide hair? What's the game with all this? Trying to politically, racially, medically do it? Maybe. Why would it simply clump in a straight line? Would the shape sort of make it more likely go more ball-shaped, even at bigger sizes? This detritus that we're seeing in this stuff, who knows? Who knows? So I've ordered graphene oxide. Is it graphene? What did I order? Graphene oxide or graphene? Maybe I should have. Maybe we should just look for graphene as well. What did I order? Where's the email? Where did I get it from? eBay, right? eBay. Come on. No, didn't work. So we'll try and test it as best we can, and my understanding is that when you were looking at the powder, so we looked at a paper, right, where they were using graphene to deliver was it this one? No. Where'd that paper go? Graphene oxide micros. Yeah. So we were looking at this paper, right? And they quite nicely show us the material. If it loads, come on. Hello. Well, what's that thinks about it? So if this would load, you can see a vial of the graphene oxide, and you can see the microscope image there. And is there some overlap with the images that we see in the microscopy? Maybe, but until we can really do the analytical chemistry, I'm loath to go that far. I'm of the opinion that we've identified a abnormal product. So there's graphene in all its glory. It's bleak, obviously. And are these sheets of it? I don't know. I don't know. They don't know either. And I would be very, very careful about going down the path of certainty. You're absolutely sure that that's what it is, because when it comes to actually making the legal arguments and the scientific arguments, and you've all put your money on red, and it turns out it's not that, then boom, they'll dismiss you and your argument, and you'll get one chance to land this blow. And so it's important to be methodical. And as much as we like to have a laugh, we come on, let me just see. I want to find my, where is it? Where's my order? I mean, I pulled it up. I showed it on screen, right? Where's the email confirmation? Come on, come on, come on. No, 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 no. When did I stream last? Wednesday or Thursday? Huh. I don't have the... let me just try and log into... that off here. eBay. Well, let's just see if I can log in with... Oh, I know why I didn't get it then. It was going to different email. I'm just trying to check what exactly I ordered. Maybe if I ordered graphene oxide, so yeah, it's reduced graphene oxide. I wanna giving anything away there. So I think we need to go to eBay, and I think we should look for just graphene. We need to buy graphene. eBay. Just wait a second, folks. Graphene, please. I mean, pencil lead is graphite, right? I mean, it's graphene. Graphene. Translate to English, please. So that's it. The reduced graphene oxide is what comes up on so there's different types you can get here. Now, I wonder if we should have looked for something like this, monolayer graphene oxide, because that looks slightly different. $125. Right, the grift is on, folks. We're gonna Kev needs microscope slides. No, slide box, and what else do I need? All sorts. But I've ordered graphene oxide, and maybe that wasn't the best choice, but maybe it would be good to have some different types of graphene just to check. Oxide water dispersion. Monolayer graphene oxide water dispersion. Jesus, look at the price of it. This seems attractive to me. If it's already in solution. 20,000 yen. Jesus! Oh, graphite powder, synthetic micronized. 100 grams, 848 yen. Bad bargain. Graphene powder used as lubricant for syringes. Because people have been showing videos of graphene sort of dancing with cell phones, etc. Do we try and get that, or do we get the expensive monolayer graphene? That's water, graphene oxide water. Yes, I wonder if the oxide is making it water soluble. I wonder why that. Yeah, I bet that's why they're doing that. Graphene oxide, graphene oxide, graphene oxide. Oh, it's all graphene oxide. I want just graphene. Search for anything. Graphene, please. What is this? I was kind of imagining it being soluble in oil. Graphene oxide equals oxide again. Lots of stuff for polish. Graphene. What about if we search graphene powder? Graphene powder. Layer powder made it. Oh,
The Jew
comes through with the graphene powder. Let's have a look at that. Made in Israel. We need Bergel here for his jokes about graphene. He's got to find his graphene. Let's see. May not ship to Japan. Let's go back. Graphene powder. What happened there? Why, man? What? But, oh, I just lost all my tabs. Yeah, you saw that, right? They're so fucking help up, boys. Restore. I've lost my tab for graphene. I'll let you guys, if you want to find a link for just graphene to help. Would oxygen pills help my gut against the spike hobos? I don't know. I mean, what do you mean by oxygen pills? Let's see. When are we all for expiration? 9-year-old downstairs helps with mowing the lawn, and even the 4-year-old helps with garbage. The lady next door is clueless. Well, there is C60 clumping cat litter. It's no shit. Yeah, literally shit. Actually, link work. Damn you. And what did I've lost? Cat's pride. Paul Cottrell selling you cat litter. 35 days, 140 clumps worth. Absorbs and neutralizes odor. I wonder if I could throw some in the turtle tank. I always use hydrogen peroxide for my aquariums. Thank you. I finished my Z-Back, another antibiotic, prednisone today. The headache is back, nose congested again. Now hot flash. Ooh, sorry. We're dead already. Maybe. Let's see. Just a sack of decaying matter and bacteria. How dare you? Freaking congestion. The waiting room to hell is a Yanni concert. I don't know who that is. We had that square thing last night. Kev looked kind of like that. What square thing? Dr. Jane Ruby. Yes. So I've sent that link. Actually, shout out to David Crocco, sent me that. You can look at some the crystal we were looking at the other day. Let me just bring that up. But Ruby Skin Flaps has an interesting story. It's all quite hilarious actually, because we can see her. Let's see. Let's go here. No. Yes. Where was it? Go to the ever dependable Godlike Productions. That just check this shit out, man. Ruby Skin Flaps. Oh, that one. This one. Check her intro out, and if you were perusing, can I go full screen, please? Can I go full screen? Exit full screen. Enter full screen. No, doesn't work. BitChute. Right. Ruby Skin Flaps. Look at it. Trim. Keep that in mind, folks. Plump lipped. Smooth, sumptuous. And then you get that. Look at the state of it. A saggy titted witch. Disgraceful. She should just be called up for false advertising. That's what I think. But
Dr.
Anyway,
Jane Ruby Show. I'm your host today, Dr. Jane Ruby.
Doctor is stretching it. A degree in education. So there's this undertaker, and he's claiming that he's finding unusually large blood clots.
Yes, I've seen a handful.
Well, this person had COVID and vaccines.
On this table, and from the far left end of it, it looks like a red string blood clot, if you will, and going across, I just want to describe it for the audience, all the way to the far right, it becomes more and more white and fibrous, and it bifurcates, or it splits off. Tell us how you found this. First of all, how did you come upon this?
Yes, I've seen a handful of these. And when I do the embalming, I have to go into the vein. And in order for the embalming process, I have to allow blood to be drained. So I actually pulled this huge, long clot, fibrous-looking clot, out prior to embalming.
And what part of the body did this come from, Richard?
This one came out from the iliac, basically right around.
So that's sort of the groin? For lay people, that would be the groin.
Oof. I'd hate to think what her gaping groin looks like. There's more pictures of the blood clots. We know clotting is a feature of COVID. I don't know how much we would, and of course the person is dead, and of course you're going to coagulate the blood anyway.
Which is unusual. I have here lately been pulling some out of arteries. I actually pulled one out of an artery last night. And all these years of experience, normally you don't get clots out of an artery unless somebody's been dead for several days. But this was definitely not the case.
Because the blood moves in arteries, and it can sometimes pool in veins.
The wrinkly old witch was practicing to talk. Has she got some fake tan on there? Do I see some patchiness around the arm? ultrasound.
Saw a video months ago where they were describing vaccinated blood, and they were showing this like structure inside of the blood, this white structure, and that was on a microscope, of course, or something like that. And when I saw that image, it was like, this is what I'm seeing, but I don't need a microscope to see it.
Richard, have you or any of your colleagues that you know of, has anybody gotten a chemical analysis, like taken a...
Oh, BitChute. God, that bitch. I hate BitChute. Well, we'll leave the wrinkly old hag to think about it for a bit. And we'll... let's get back to Grapheno.
Analizamos en total 6 viales, 4 del llamado primer componente de Sputnik y 2 del llamado segundo componente.
Ah, that looks like our Sputnik. All right. So the same thing again and again. So let's do this. Let's pull up the microscope software, and let's bring up Doop. Failed to open camera. What? Why? Try again. Yes, I do want to exit. I know why. Maybe the camera's died, but I'm not hearing it beep when it's been plugged in. Let's do this. Seeing it. Boom! There we go. There's our bizarre-looking crystal from the other day. Still there. And just for... let's just look at a slide that just comes out of the box. Right, so these are cheap slides. I don't know what it was, like about $7-8 a box. You know, they're not good quality. Right, you get the edges are rough. And coming out the box, I can see that, you know, it doesn't look. It's not like I would expect from a lab. So let us just do this. Do this. I'm afraid to lose our beautiful nano chip. I don't think it's a nano chip, folks. Oh, you know what we could do? Whilst pulling cables out, I had a slide drop on the floor and the cover slip came off, and I thought it might be interesting just to see what happens if we try and rehydrate it with some saline. But let us just look at a slide straight out the box. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? It's all covered in debris and schmutz. Oh, grapheno. Grapheno, 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 grapheno. This is quite a telling test, and I realized that you can't buy the bargain slides off Amazon. You need to get some proper lab spec slides if you don't want there to be any contamination. We're looking at it in phase contrast. Let's look at it in light microscope. Oh my God, it's black! It's blick! Graphene, 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 graphene. I'm going to, let's say, I'm going to cast doubt on a lot of their findings. But this is a glass slide straight out of the box and covered in graphene, 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 graphene tubulos, graphene speculos, graphene tubulos, tubulos graphene, particulos graphene, particulos graphene, pescataro, graphene, graphene, speculus, graphene, graphene, graphene. So, there's a real world test. Yes, if you would like to help the good doctor with these science experiments, they don't come cheap. You can hit the links that Marty's kindly put in the link. And I don't like the way this camera is glitching. I hope it's not dying. Let's see what we do here. I strongly believe what I did for this prednisone and Z-Pack kept me out of the hospital. Nice. It's not who's going after you. You're not the victim. You're not. Okay. That guy's like a gape hurt me crusher. Oh, that guy's all about him. Don't know what that means. Restless legs, kind of tick, strong small jerks. My nursing brain is recalling tonic-clonic movements like ticks. Graphene is a non-issue. Blood clotting should be the focus, though. Yes. I think Omicron bot was released to really mess with the terrain purists. I guess. Let's see. Dead Rabbit Irish whiskey for Irish only. You know what I saw the other day? I don't know where, but apparently in, I think it was like Thailand and stuff, you can buy whiskey with tiger cub in it. Who thinks of doing that? Who thinks of stuffing a a kitten tiger into a bottle and smothering it in alcohol? Who's Sonic Live in the chat? Good to see you, bro. Isn't pencil lead now some sort of plastic? No, I think it's graphite still. How does one order graphene oxide? eBay. Let's see. Thanks for listening to my rants. I'm tired, just tiring myself out now. And Kev is doing the stuff I'm interested in. Thank you, Mark. In my prayer group, we give intentions to pray for. One lady asked for prayers for a friend whose son had the booster and then died in his sleep that night. He was only 30 years old and an only child. Oof. Oof. That's rough, man. Do mercury react? Okay. Let's see. Kev, can't we get a pic of graphene off the internet under the microscope to compare? Yeah, we looked at it. And why is the camera glitching? Let's just put on our toupee. Tube view. It might be because I'm running a HDMI cable in it as well, and that perhaps is what's messing it up. But oh, graphenos speculos, graphenos speculos. Graphenos. Come back. I want to get that big bit. Stupid camera's just too slow to pick it up. Big one, please. Let me just try pulling out the HDMI. Let's see if that stops the glitch. Right, somewhere there was a chunk. And it's died. Life science, folks. What can I say? Yes, I wish to exit. Please bring SI back. couple of weeks ago, another lady's niece had seizures after the booster. Had to go to the hospital. Hasn't been right since. Oh, that's rough. 70% alcohol on cotton ball. Breathe in, hold breath as long as comfortable. Repeat in 3 minutes. So do this a couple of times a day. Inventor Lee Wheelberger found this prescription cleanses nasal, kills germs. Those types of cures I love. I have to admit to being a fan of spray alcohol in the lab. You just used to mist it and take a good sniff. Let's see. The shots are not working. My sister-in-law is triple vaxxed. She sounds like hell. I asked her not to die on me. Isn't that bad? Everyone is dropping and everyone is going to the hospital. Let's see. Graphene oxide with palladium particles. I think that'll be a little bit out of our price range. You need 8,200. Oh, yeah, Askev, says Darren Smith. they can keep trying, but the gays keep coming back. Let's see. I would imagine if very, very expensive, this one. Pricing. You have to apply for the price. That's how much that is. Let's see, go down. Oh, good. I need distracting. Another dodgy fundraiser using COVID to cash in. Thanks, Anxious. Let's see. The more time goes on, the less inclined I am to even think about getting the thing. The last 2 prayer requests hit me. Yeah, and the prayers didn't work, right? Not meaning to bash, not meaning I'll bash the consciousness of the universe, but sometimes it would be nice to think that we've got a direct line. Sometimes. Can one of you mods edit my message, resuggest in NH so the first comment shows? Just take out the last couple of words if you can. I don't know. Let's see. TJ says bamboozled. I'm not surprised, dude. Your lifestyle. Those docs on Senator Ron Johnson's panel said there are many, many remedies available. This one is working. As they said, one size doesn't fit all. And as Doc says, throw the kitchen sink at it. Yes. This reminds me of Brandon. broken vagina Brendan.
Thank you. This must be the place.
It'll get me popped. if I play South Park, I'll get the Passion of the Jew.
The Jew
always comes through. Let's see. Out the mouth of Admiral Akbar. It's a trap. Yes. Don't forget to buy your nano silver. David Smith says he was cooming. No sound. I need to find a way to fix that, but yeah. So my Nazi chimp doesn't have any sound. That's a shame. Let's see. That's a bloke on the left. Look at the jawline. That's normal. Blood always becomes ropey like that. Yeah, it does coagulate quick. So you know, when I do perfusions, right? And you know, you start the perfusion process and you're pulling clots out as you're doing it. So I don't know, but you know, but you can go and see clots caused with COVID though. These are a thing, right? I've seen some spectacular ones. People have felt instantly better after wearing a tinfoil hat. Shout out to the tinfoil hat. She's just played with colour set and she's really white as snow. Ruby skin flaps, disinfo wars. Yes, everything we're seeing with vax happens with COVID as well. Makes sense if body is making part or all of the protein. Yes. She brought to you by GCHQ. That's funny. Okay, Again, those images off Google Images. All that was lacking in Sen Johnson's panel was the doc himself. Look, man, it's America's fight. I'll try and help when I can. I'll throw grenades over in the anarchist fashion that I've decided to fight this war. But it's really going to come down to you Americanos. Let's see, mother all blood clots, another reason to avoid these gene therapy experiments. Yep, we're seeing uptick in cases because of the lift of bans in August and Christmas and New Year's. Everyone was congregating. Yes, I'm telling you, it's a nano miniature of the Wuhan lab. Her makeup is like spackle. Don't ever shield Dr. Kev, so I don't know what it means. Out of the box, it's about as clean as you could spoon out the yeast. Look beyond the hurted visage and see the euphoric, attention-sucking smooth. I'll get hiccups and then there'll be no science. Is graphene oxide really in the vac? I don't know. Like I say, I just showed you a slide, a cheap slide, and graphenos speculos, graphenos particulos. It looks like tardigrade. Yeah, I'm hearing anecdotal reports of deaths. This person knows that person who said from Omicron. Is there any actual data of anyone dying from Omicron? Yeah, there are people dying. Let's see. It's just so strange. Sometimes people come up with these bad things happening to them. No Yiddish, but the Jew always comes through. The first was get vaxxed and we will stop this pandemic until breakthroughs happened. And the next narrative was exactly what you said, more backpedaling. Yeah, man, this is the whole struggle, my camp of COVID is this moving target of the science where they've turned the language plastic and the concepts to goo, and it becomes difficult to navigate. Too much makeup never looks good on anyone. I prefer the natural look myself. Me too. She was so rude to Doc. We can pick on her. Yeah, we can. She called me a Ching Chong spy. Let's see, Kev. I think that is also a salt grain under the microscope. Well, that's let's see. Dr. Malone's former colleagues are being scrubbed from internet. It just says grain of salt. I don't know what that means. Better call Scoob and the gang. In the beginning, I was by way to see what happened to everyone else. Doc said to wait. I listened to Doc. Trust his advice. Well, thank you, Nancy. That's horrible. Tiger cubs. Yeah, man. No shit. I've seen snakes in like whiskey bars. In Japan, you can buy. So they've got these really massive hornets here, and you can buy alcoholic drink with the hornets in the bottom. They call it a health tonic. Kevin is testing on Taka Michonoko. Please help Taka escape this evil gaijin. How dare you? You drinking it became fiercely cute. You drinking it? Get it? Let's see who's behind this. Pulls off mask. It was Angie all along. Hashtag.
Fat Angie.
Let's see. The video was buffering. I didn't hear any more detail about the turtle. He's just strolling around while everything's getting chemical warfare waged on it to get rid of that. God, the stench of turtle shit, man. Grafeno scotchio, yes. Graphene makes a good lubricant. It does. You might want to try taking a potassium supplement, maybe. Shrimp mentioned having heart complications after 2 jabs. I don't know. Like, well, Shrimp does his own thing, I guess. Let's see. Microscope, well, blog. Sugar under a polarizing microscope. Yeah. Let's see. Actually looks like the sucrose image. So it says, I think Shrimp's problems are mental ones, not physical. I think he's lonely. Poor Shrimp. Tinfoil hats would really increase the connectivity in the shape it's done. It would work as an amplifier. Yes. Yes, trucks. Dr. Kevin McCairn starting remake of 1995 film Outbreak. Outfit says, I feed raccoons at work every day. Cute little buggers. Beggars. Sorry, beggars. I watch several shows and the chats are full of insane graphene nanobots people. It's good to be in one where people have common sense and intelligence. Well, look, man, literally, did we not just look at a slide, right? A blank slide. You gonna work? Come on. No, you're not gonna work, are you? maybe no science today. Computer struggling. I think I need to get a new cooler for my PC. Go. No. Fuck. Let me just see if I can find that lump again with this stupid camera. I think it was the other way. Five frames per second. Disgusting. There it is. Oh, Graphene particulus. Graphenos particulus. Ah! Graphene humongous. Graphenos humongous. It's loot. Oh my God! Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Let's put it into face contrast. Doesn't seem to do much. About some dark field. Graphenos. Scorchio Graphenos. Come on, I need the fast camera. And suddenly I've lost my mouse. Okay. Oh, I know you failed. Go away. Yes. Go away. Let's reset the camera. Let's do that. So maybe we don't need the power supply. Be powered by USB. Let's try SI again. Thank you. Let's see if we can get the... Hey! All right. So we've got some speed. Instant update with the data. Graphenos impressionos. It even looks like it's got a worm in it. So that's phase contrast. That's bright field. Graphenos. All right. Chop. What should I say? Cut. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, orders are in peanut butter cookers. Chocolate chips for all. Okay. This changed in 1962 when Pentel launched two new mechanical pencils with 0.7mm and 0.5mm lead diameters. These pencils had a new type of lead called super high polymer lead. The world's first polymer core has been developed and sold in place of the graphite core and is now mainstream. Pentel Japanese mechanical pencils. Yeah, but what about just like a wooden pencil, like this? Is that? Because that's how they found graphene, right? Was just they drew on sticky tape, if you believe the story. Pencils. Thank you. Let's see. Get vaxxed, get whacked. If Israel would have gone as planned, they would have held us down and vaxxed us. Maybe. Yeah. And look, there. You know, we give the old... the Jew he's coming through a lot of stick on this channel, but we wouldn't know half the stuff without them trialing it on the Jews first. But they jumped the queue. They promised to pay more for the magic elixir, and then in typical Jew fashion, once they got the goods, haggled it back down again. Let's see. Get schwaxed. She's a hug box harlot. Dr. Kevin McCairn becomes Asian sensation in Gaijin weapon against Western propaganda with SARS-CoV-2 info. Trying. Disodium EDT8 is the buffer in Sputnik. Thank you. Blank slide full of graphene. Yes. Kev, depending on what kind of specs, you could probably get away with just downclocking it a bit if you're not using it for very... I mean, the computer's fine. It's just, I think it's running hot. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe maybe it's running a bit high. Why so much CPU being used? What's going on? Tube view is fucking greedy. Google Chrome, OBS. Why is Tube view so resource heavy? Normally it's not a problem, but it kind of almost looks like astronomical photography. That's how dirty that slide is. And let us just remind ourselves of why we're here. Why are we doing this? Because of this. Graphenos particulos Sputnikos.
Bueno, ahí vemos un objeto también sólido, la imagen característica, color característico. Una cinta de grafeno rodeada de burbujas. Otra imagen.
Hair.
Esta es una imagen rara que en el centro.
Like, we just looked at stuff like that, right? We just looked at it off a slide out the box. I can pull another slide. Let's just go back down to low power. We'll look in dark field and we'll just see all the... Look at it. I wonder if we can see any of those tendrils. Let's do... phase contrast. All right. Graphenos tendrilos. Graphenos tendrilos. You know, that's on the slide, without me doing anything, and looks suspiciously like their data. My button doesn't work either. Do it this way.
Fuck these gaffers.
Thank you. Oh, graphenos tendrilos. Graphenos tendrilos particulos. Graphenos. Graphenos dragino. Il monstro grafino. Monster grafino. What did they call it? Hydros. Monster grafino hydros. Where's Monster grafino hydros? Monster grafino hydros. These fucks, man. 20,000 views. 20,000. Come here, you. And I love this, just being able to switch the filters like this. Brilliant bit of crowdsourced science, folks. Well done. Which reminds me, I should check if anyone is supporting the science with actual hard cash. 2 new messages. Maybe someone sent a donor. Come on. No. Yeah. No, I'm not interested in jobs. Thank you very much. Let's see. Hang on a second. I'm not sure. Just talking with Jonathan a second. Right, so Graphenos monstros hydros tenticolos. Just bright. Come here. Come here. Come on. Tenticolos hydros can only be seen with diffracted light. It's camouflaged otherwise under high power. There's the Hydra. Look, there is the Hydra. So I again, is there anything you want me to do before I clean this slide? Do you want me to put another slide on that we can look at? This is the like tendril looking structure. Yeah, just can't. High power. It's not picking it up. Yeah, come here. No. Where's Monstro gone? Oh, Graphenos. Amazing. There he is. There's the Hydra. Now, look, man, think how many people would snap that image and be running to BitChute going, we found it. Look at it. Look at its fucking graphene everywhere. It's everywhere. So let's clean it. Let's see what happens when we give it a brush down with some isopropyl. Bear with me, folks. I guess we need Doom on in the background. All right, so I just give it a quick scrub. somewhat better, but I mean, we're looking in Darkfield, which does seem to have the ability. You can see the direction that I've been polishing it. It's sort of left like grooves in the like smears. Disgusting, filthy, dirty. Oh, graphenos. What's going on? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Doom. Doom soundtrack. Right, we're gonna get into the science, folks. We're gonna try and get it cleaner, and then we'll look at Sputnik. No doubt this is gonna blast out. Bear with me, folks. You have to tell me if the music is obnoxious or not. Why is it glitchy? Come on. I missed the the sound mix I sent back because I could tune that. This is too a basic mixer to. I have to use the just the slider on YouTube. Maybe I can. No, that'll drown my voice. Just bear with me, folks. I put it here, maybe. Is it obnoxious? Too loud? Oh, now that amplifier's messing up. Donations for equipment. We got everything's tied together with baling wire and duct tape on the front here. So just let me know if the music is too obnoxious. Let's see. Let's go from here. Oh, I should use this. Discord, please. This. Alright, let's see. EDTA prevents blood clotting, by the way. Yeah, I don't think it's the anticoagulant of choice. I think it's more used as a sort of chelating agent. What was that motherfucker on the vial with the big clump in it? Was the batch number on the vial? Oh, well, you know what I'll do? If someone wants to check the batch number against the records for Pfizer, let me just type this in the chat if people want to. So if you want to check that serial number against the database, please do. Let's see. Tippy Tappy says it's 4:31 in the morning. It's Friday. You stay up, watch science. Let's see. Brad Pitt played Bill Gates in 12 Monkeys. Interesting. Let's see. I get sleepy around the 50-60 hour mark at best. All right, so I'm presuming I'm not seeing any objections. No Wolfenstein 3D love. I don't know. Doom captures the moment. Let's see if we can clean this slide up somewhat. I mean, visually, just looking at it, it looks far better. But obviously, we could see that there was still residue. And me, folks. All right. Well, I can see where my fingers are holding it. I do have gloves. I found them. All right. So that now is looking much better. Can we focus on something? Nothing to focus. Ah, there we go. A little speculos, graphenos speculos. Like I say, I've doused it in alcohol a whole bunch of times. Some of that is just going to be like literal smear marks where I've. Damn. I'll clean it again. I'm using. I bought a whole bunch of UV light filters, 28mm filters, when we were trying to work with the other microscope. So these are nice cloths for cleaning. Doesn't seem to leave any lint or anything. It's literally just the shit from the factory floor in China. And you know, how were these glass slides made? Probably, yeah, I don't know. What did they make? Cups, glasses, what have you, and then all the broken shard bits, and then they'll cut them. That's what these slides are. I mean, you can spend hundreds on slides and have them all sort of gelatinized and ready to pick up your specimen. But this contamination just makes me suspect of anyone right now claiming that there's any of these magic chemicals in the vaccines. I'm holding it so tight. I'm scared it's gonna snap and slice my finger open. Let's see. Yes, support old Dr. Kevin. He's working hard for you. Just first spot. There we go. Well, it's much better. There's just a few there we go. Just a few particulos graphenos speculos. Alright, give my my screen a wipe. I've relayed this anecdote before, but you'd be surprised when your living becomes talking at your computer screen, how much everything becomes covered in little flecks of spit. Just bear with me, folks. Thanks, McCairn Dojo Infamo. Dr. McCairn demands infidel bow down to his greatness. Indeed. Allahu Akbar! Let's see. COVID zombie spitting. Suppose the hydras shown by the European scientists might have been on the slide before they added the vax. Yes! Yes, man. These people are fucking with you. They are fucking with you, and they're generating thousands and thousands of dollars doing it. People don't want to... You can sit here and watch the whole experiment, okay? And, you know, what started out as 80 people has dropped down to 40. Right? Because... it's easy to digest those little chunks rather than put the effort in to actually watch what's going on around you. Better to be led around by the nose than actually know. Breaking neuroscience killed by scientists. Well, probably just slice through my fingers. All right. So I'm gonna. I might just put gloves on for Sputnik. I mean, I haven't done before, but it is actually a live virus. So. Get the containment cube. Get the spaceman gloves. Yeah, I'm putting some on. Let's just say I've always been how would you say flexible when it came to PPE. Monkey experiments take a long time, and I would go through a lot of pairs of gloves. Put it that way. I wouldn't wear the same set all the time. It's horrible. Come on, let me get. Oh, for the history about to happen, tip of the spear.
Tip of the spear. Edge of the knife.
Thank you. First one today. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Didn't show it up though. Internet's being funny today. I'm not sure why the zombie voice isn't working though. I think that's just a restream issue, not me. Okay. Where's the patella? It's your knee. Or kneecap. Right. One syringe. Let's go to low power. We'll find a clean spot. We could make an agreement that it is clean. I mean, I've scrubbed this thing with 99% alcohol. It's relatively clean. We'll just have a quick reminder of the competition. Sputnikos. Muchos graphenos particularos. Exactly the things we were seeing on the glass slides. Now, who are these people? Edizione speciale viales a microscopio Monteverde Medico Annabella Femia Biotecnologia Lissandro Lafieri Biotecnologo. Sorry. That's who those people are. Amateurs. This is methodical. Keep testing, keep refining, and keep asking questions of the system. Do not stop testing. Never, ever, ever stop testing. All right. So being a glass ampoule, you've got to score it. Oh, come on. Guys. Non-fungible tokens ready for the public. Make me an offer for Sputnik. You can have your own Sputnik vial. Right, so there's actually not much in the vial. There's like half a cc of solution. All right. Get looking at competition, and you know, I just don't like. I'm spooked by viruses. Right, I've never liked working around them. The camera. And maybe what I'll do is I'll make a drop, and we'll dry it, let it turn to crystalline form. So there's the liquid. Look, you can see it moving. So watch it sort of contracting back with the surface tension. But I'm going to say that's dirt on the slide. Look, we've got a floater. So I was dropping the vaccine onto the slide, and I think maybe that's picked up some, you know, just from moving around the desk, we're getting dirt. But I don't. There's nothing here that would say to me. That looks anything like their data, and what we're looking at here is exactly what we were looking at before, which is dirt. Now, I'll remind you what the odd particulate matter looked like in this. We haven't seen anything like this, and this was definitely in the Pfizer. I bet you we. A dark field. Again, I would say it's looks like twinkling stars, doesn't it? It's kind of cool, but it's not graphenos. No, not graphenos. Let's do that. Nothing on that, right? So this camera doesn't like dark field very much. And I guess if there's nothing to catch the light. This is the lowest power and using the phase contrast, but let's see if we can get that object high. What is it? I think that's probably almost like bubbles formed around dirt. Yeah, because I was rubbing the needle across the glass. I bet that's what that is. But not graphenos. Graphenos niente. So that's literally right in the middle of the blob. So there's the edge. So it is. Sanity check here a second. So we can see the fluid retreating and leaving sort of streak marks. I think that's what we were looking at before. Oh my god, it's alive! Look at it! Look! Can't find the other edge. Oh, there's the other edge. So that I just scanned along the whole of the drop, and you know, it's clean. It's as clean as we're gonna get sitting at my computer desk, right? Short of having a clean room, and you know, I would say that's the same thing we were seeing before. Doop, 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 doop. So I'm just using the other camera, but why? Why not? We have it. But this is on just bright field, and you can hardly tell anything's there at all. So you can kind of make out that the edge of the drop of liquid at the top. But again, you know, we've done this now 5-6 times. Sputnik gets a clean bill of health, production-wise. Far cleaner than Pfizer. And you know those Dago scammers were sort of showing pictures like this as well, and so that's right at the bottom of the range of the mount, and I think it's sort of like an artifact of the condenser, and maybe dust or hard to say. Maybe a sort of refraction property of the glass, but yeah, I'm going up and down, I can't see anything obvious, like literal just shadows. There we go. It's the edge. It's the edge of the vaccine. Clear, 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 clear. And you know what? If I had a gun to my head, and they said you've got to take one, I think I might take this one. I really do. Just from what I've seen, just from looking at it, okay. See, pour some vaccine on me, says Pyramid. Yeah. Breaking news, Dr. Kevin McCairn says infidel will suffer first. Oh, this is true. The infidel's time is coming. Let the smiting commence. Let's see. You're making song titles. Tippy Timer says, I can remember TB vaccine in school. No questions asked. You were just jabbed with it. Yeah, man. And when you came out, there was the older kids waiting for you just to punch you in the shoulder where you got jabbed. You had to run fast. Let's see. Triggered. It's hard bash time. Hard bash. Vladimir. Yeah, we get. The little details you miss when. Best of Russian hard bass house mix. Nice.
Колбасер, колбасер, бочка пас, колбасер, бочка пас, колбасер, бочка пас, колбасер, голый, голый, колбасер, бочка пас, колбасер, бочка пас, колбасер, бочка пас, колбасер, голый, голый, колбасер, бочка пас, бочка пас, бочка пас.
Now, you know, if you guys have. So face contrast. We can see a little more. I just gotta get that down a little bit. Check. Our scientists discovered dirt. Yeah. And you know, let's just. This camera's so slow. Oh, Vlad. You're so oh, Graphenos. Graphenos fibros. Graphenos fibros.
Я тащусь от колотушек.
Yeah, I think it's just streaks in the water, and the water in the solution. Yes. A sort of fountain of bubbles look nice. I don't know how many virus particles are in one little drop there. All right, so let's go back to Scorchios.
Dentro de la imagen, en el centro, se ve ahí como si las micro burbujas se hubieran alineado y también se ve un objeto raro.
Fucking Twitch, and it's not. You have to go right to the pause button to make it work. God damn it. Like I say, we've just looked at all those hairs, fibers. I mean, it literally looks like they've wiped it across the carpet.
En el medio, mira, en el medio de toda esa cadena, sí, que algunos le llaman los gusanitos de grafeno, que en algún punto las micro burbujas aparentemente empiezan a agruparse, seguramente por un fenómeno magnético. Y rodeado, sí, del objeto ese que vos señalaste, y de micro burbujas por todos lados.
Bueno, esta fue
esta foto en realidad, sí, no lo podíamos.
Let's just bring up Beauty from the other day. Where is it? Yes. This, of course, being the dried Pfizer. Yeah, come on. Oh, man.
Pero claramente una estructura artificial, rectangular.
Perfecta.
Perfecta.
No tiene ningún borde irregular. Eso fue demasiado.
Hello.
Digamos, extraño para que sea estructuras también compatibles con grafeno.
Yeah. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that little drop. I'm gonna just.
Un objeto raro. Acá también. Esto parece como pedacitos de grafeno que se están descomponiendo en la apariencia.
It has dried, actually.
Burbujas, como se habían observado en los otros viales de otras marcas.
So it's kind of formed like a donut.
También cintas y microburbujas.
Sí, es una cinta enorme de grafeno.
Again,
una estructura rara ahí, de forma
not buying
hexagonal,
it.
aparentemente. Otra vez las estructuras esas que sí, tienen toda la apariencia de ser microcircuitos.
Microcircuitos. Sputnikos. Again, let's just quick have another look. So I know it's sort of turned into a ring of fluid. Let's just see if we can orientate ourselves. Yeah. So there's like one edge. What's this? It's actually hard to tell which is the liquid and which is the the glass. I think this is liquid. Yeah. Oh, microcircuitos. Microcircuitos. Microcircuitos coming in. Hilarious. Microcircuitos bugus. Let's see. Neil Young has been a shitbird for years. Fuck that Sway Drake's. Yeah, fuck him. Let's see. They look like they were twinkling like stars. Yes, Stairway to a Yes, that's a good one. Let's see. I thought I saw another transparent Hydra. Yeah, I mean, you know, the only real things that I can attest to are these structures that we've seen, and I'm gonna make bloody sure when we get the next lot that I'm gonna reduce any chance of the glass containing anything with respect to contaminant. I'm gonna soak them in isopropyl overnight, and hopefully that will sort of dissolve away any residues. But yes, microcircuitos graphenos. Oh. Microcircuitos. Microcircuitos. Emeralds. Nanos magneticos ringus. Hilarious. That's pretty funny. I mean, I do think it's just a bubble, but bubble. Just a bubble. So yeah, we're spending hours looking at little flecks of dust, and it's kind of dried. It's turned into a sticky. Well, what did Jay say? Stain on the mattress. What the fuck? That was great. Yes, we're looking at the microscopic equivalent of the stain on the mattress. Yeah, it's actually hard to find any. Well, I'm looking at higher power, but Monstroso Sluggo. Graphinos nematodos. It's dirt. Yeah, face contrast is pretty cool. It's a nice. Do we get pants? There's the edge. So all this, right? So from here, there's a little dot of dirt. This is all through the sample, and then we'll pop out on the other end. Come on, there. So it's so clean when I'm in the sample itself, so I can't detect any borders. It's hard for me to tell I'm even seeing liquid. Oh no. Yeah, I'm just tracking the edge of it. That's there's nothing else to see. There's literally nothing else to see. I did a pretty good job of cleaning the slide. Ah, look at that. Microsectos. Microsectos. And let's just do this as well. And what do I think about that thing, right? I still think it's just crystallizing out salt. I really do. I don't think that's microcircuitos graphenos. And so what can we say about the vaccines right now is there's in some instances those fibrous like particulate matter, I guess, and there's a potential with respect to maybe desaturation and clotting, but I need way more rounds of testing to really convince myself that that's really what we're seeing. But Pfizer being sketchy with respect to its quality control, for sure. Sputnik, clean bill of health again. What I'll do is I will leave the. I'll let it dry completely. I'll make multiple drops out of the syringe so we're not wasting it on this slide, clean slide, and then we'll see what happens when it's completely evaporated away. We can look at it later. But I'm not seeing anything of what the Dagos were seeing.
Más objetos.
Sí, realmente era difícil hacer una selección de qué fotos eran más significativas, porque o sea, lo que quería mostrar es que hay mucho material, digamos, en unos pocos viales. Entonces no queríamos dejar afuera, queríamos aunque sea hacer este pantallazo general, que se vea la cantidad de objetos que se extrañan, digamos, que no deberían estar.
Microbubujas. Microbubujas. What would that mean? Microbubujas? Bubujas. Bubuya? Austrian Wikipedia. Bubuya. Asturian nouns. What? I have no idea what this is. A bubble. I see. Bubuya. Okay. Well, I would agree. Probably they're looking at Bubuya graphinos.
Una referencia. Nosotros otra cosa que también hicimos fue hacer una observación de unas nanopartículas de alrededor de 100 nanómetros. Una suspensión de 100 nanómetros. 100
bubbles and likely bacterial contamination.
Es el tamaño aproximado declarado para las partículas virales. Esa muestra no se observaba nada directamente. O sea, no podemos observar con un microscopio óptico hasta, no sé, 400 veces de aumento, creo que 400 por, creo que lo probamos. No se pueden observar esas partículas. Así que las microburbujas que estamos viendo acá y todas las estructuras que estamos observando son mucho mayores a una estructura que podría llegar, si uno dijera, bueno, tiene partículas virales y por eso se ven un montón de partículas, pero no serían observables en este momento.
Mucho menos material genético.
No, por supuesto, material genético no se podría observar.
Oh, Graphene, Sputnik. Graphene.
Sí, aclaremos esto también. Nosotros no usamos ningún método de tinción de las muestras, no le hicimos ningún otro proceso más que sacarlas del vial con una jeringa, obviamente estéril, de acero inoxidable, que no tiene ningún cuerpo extraño, nueva para cada vial. Y ponemos la gota en el portaobjetos limpio y bueno, directamente se observa. No se hace otro tratamiento.
Ahí en esta foto se ve sobre el lado izquierdo también una estructura cuadrada, rectangular, también bastante llamativa.
Well, you know what? We've got a really big sample now.
Se ven muchas estructuras. Este tipo así de imagen, tipo de como si fuesen unos papelitos transparentes, como para decirlo de una forma, que ven así muchos pedacitos. En la bibliografía de publicaciones científicas respecto a otras aplicaciones de grafeno que reportan imágenes vistas del microscopio óptico, se ven imágenes así, similares a esto, ¿sí? Unas estructuras irregulares, como films, semitraslúcidas, algunas opacas, seguramente dependiendo de esto, del número de capas.
I wonder if Horatius can understand what they're saying. I'm loving all the the songs. Ruby, don't take a go to town. That's great. I have a feeling the speed limit is going to be a problem when I bump this in my car in a couple of minutes. Let's see, another clotted blood. Very good. You vaccinate your children, be next. Let's see. What's this? It's images of salt. Yeah. I think it's perfectly possible to get cuboid and rectangular salt. I do. I mean, I could go and get some salt from down. I mean, I've got salt. Here's our control slide of salt. I've tried everything. Blood, jibs, whatever. Sea salt crystals there. Look, looking all very square and cuboid. Cuboid. Crystals are cool. Beautiful. All right, and how many people would get fucking taken in by that? Nanos, crystallos, graphenos. Okay, so I just put big dollops on of vaccine. Let's just see if we've got any hydras. I'm getting tired. So this will be the last look at this. So let's just go lower power. Let's orientate ourselves. We've got 3 big blobs. I will something. Nothing. Well, I mean, just little specks of dirt. The edge of the liquid. That's it. No hydras. And quite honestly, man, if I, well, of course, it's going to be moving now because there are pools of vaccine there. Microcircuitos graphenos. So yeah, it's just, you just see the liquid moving because it's drying. Small bits of particulate that could easily have been on the slide. Nothing. And because the drops are quite big, the depth of the little bits are gonna. Oh, what was that? Microcircuitos. I would say that's a bubble. It's a bubble. Yeah, it's a bubble. I'm going over to a newer drop. Should be us in the liquid. So we're right in the middle of a drop of vaccine here, and again, just there's the edge of it. It's such a sort of domed drop that it's hard to. Graphenos. I don't know. This one strikes me as a little different. This is right at the edge where, so I'm holding the slide, so the stuff on the edge of the slide where that could be skin cell or something, or dried skin, flake of skin. Stay puffed. This is just regular scope. So it's actually pretty translucent, whatever it is. I'm gonna say that's a flake of skin, rather than because it's close to the edge of the slide. I wish I could sort of show you guys, but let's go this way. So yeah, well, now we're right at the edge of the slide. We should drop off. Yeah, and so this is where my fingers are on the slide. That's the edge, right? And so literally I'm holding it at this point. You can see how gash the edge of the slide is. No wonder it feels like it's cutting my fingers when I'm pressing on it. Hardly a polished Yeah, so it's so close to the edge that that little thing that we were seeing. I'm gonna say, yeah, it's skin cell or something from my hand. Then it gets relatively clean. Then goes the liquid. Can we see our little object again? Oh, of course, I've changed focus now. So yeah. Nothing. Just little tiny dots. Was ist das? So this is like a sort of not a very good dark. Oh, it's moving, look. Interesting. All right, let me just see if we can see the phase contrast. Interestingly, there is some movement of something. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's an artifact of the lenses because it looks too random. And it's focus and then see if I can replicate what that was. Right, so we can see some little bit of dirt moving across the screen. Now, if I get the dark field just so again, I'm gonna say it's something. I'm gonna say it's just contaminated dirt still, and somehow the dark field is really picking it out. What could it be? So it's obviously butting up against the meniscus of the fluid. So I'm wondering if we're seeing some, like, you know, what was grease or contamination on the slide, and it's sort of floating around the edge of the fluid. I mean, it's definitely something there, but what it is, I don't know. And I can only view it in this sort of partial dark field mode. And I don't think that's an artifact, but probably just dirt. Yeah, so you can see little dots of dirt moving. Let's go back and yeah, so these are relatively large drops that I've put on. I think it's lifted what was... We know there's little dirt flecks on the glass, and I think it's sort of lifted it off, and now it's sort of swirling around the edge. Why it would be swirling just one way, though, is odd. Why would it do just one way? I'm not sure. Man, I wish we had this scope when we had the Pfizer vaccines. It would have made life so much easier. But definitely, I'm thinking it's picking up. So if I go to the center, well, just refocus. Oh. Yeah, just dirt. Crescent moons. I think the way that it's like a partial dark field. Dirt. And what bugs me is that there are people who are so unscrupulous that they would run with Twitch, man. 20,000 people on fucking Twitch to watch that. And so this is between the drops, and you can. It's streaked, right? There are streaks in the glass that you can see under this dark field condition, where I've been wiping it. And again, so here we come into the next drop. So this one's more in the middle of the slide. Should be our sort of cleanest area. But again, lots of dirt and particulate matter. Oh, muchos graphenos. So that's off the sample now. Let's come to the next one. Bam, there's the next drop. Yeah, and the same phenomenon again. And I honestly think for now it's dirt. But it's kind of odd how suddenly and that's the edge of the so it's beginning to dry and crystallize out there. So maybe it might be as it's drying. So when crystals are formed, you get like a seed crystal that emerges, and maybe as this is a much larger drop, we're seeing as it's evaporating the crystals begin to emerge. I bet that's what we're looking at. Because in all fairness, the slide was pretty clean. And then suddenly there's all this stuff. And we're only able to see it. Ah, look! Tentacolos, muchos pictograms. Yeah, I definitely think it's dropping out of solution. Whatever it is, as it's evaporating, it's beginning to drop away. I mean, that may be a hair, but well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to record it, and we'll just is there a record? This should be right. I wonder if I can take like a time lapse of alright, it's not no options. So I'm gonna leave it recording, and we'll come back and look at this at a later date. Let's see. He's still doing the songs. Doctor, give me the news. I can't back into Maximum Blues. All right. Okay, you guys have been going to town. Did anyone think of quarantines? That's funny. Vax after vax. Cindy Lauper. Hilarious. Paula says, would be funny if you jabbed the monkey with Sputnik and the only thing that happened was it went mental for Adidas. Oh, that's fucking funny, dude. I think Sputnik is just sailing. I don't know. But I think this phenomenon we're watching right now is it's evaporating and the crystals are starting to emerge. And we didn't see it before because I had a very, very tiny drop of liquid. And now basically I just put the whole of the syringe on, and you know, we can only see it with this dark field view for the moment. So the middle one is the middle drop. Doesn't seem to have the same. So this was the original drop that I made. Yeah, you know, you can see the edge. It's starting to. Yeah, yeah. It's sea crystals. I'm guessing. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Fibros graphenos. Yeah, so you can see it. Same thing happening around the edge. All right, let's just go back to the one I was looking at. It's in a more advanced. Oh, what's that? So it's drawing. I'm gonna just find a fairly uncompromised spot, and we'll leave it recording. And I bet you if we do, we'll just see these grow into crystals. All right, so let's leave it there. This is some dark space that we can watch. Right. Kids are gonna be back any second. So I'm going to say thank you for tuning in. I'm glad I got that one out the way. Again, don't believe BitChute. There's far, far more work to be done. And we'll get it done. Don't worry. But for the time being, Marvel at that salt crystal. Tell Pedro here, or whatever his name was, Martin and Lisandro and Annabelle, to go fuck themselves.
Las imágenes que se veían a la izquierda abajo y a la derecha arriba.
Yeah, look, man, not buying it. So I'm gonna, like I say, I'm leaving it recording. When I stream next, we'll have a look at it. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to help support this public access science. No new message. Oh, I have a new read. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. So, take care, guys. God bless, and I will see you into next one, and we'll see how that crystal has emerged. And yeah, Sputnik, clean again, clean again. Not like these lied Dagos. So, make